Hello, welcome back to Let's Talk About It podcast. I am your host, Adrian Jimenez, here with another episode. Okay, first off, how you guys doing? Missed ya. Been a whole week. Um, I got rid of the microphone thing just because it looked pretty stupid. As you guys can probably hear in my voice, I am under the weather a little bit, but that won't stop me from continuing the posting streak, which is 4 weeks. So, uh, agenda today: review of last week, preview of this week, some talk or some news, offensive player, defensive player of the week, and then we should be good. So, week 4 of the NFL season kicked off with the Detroit and Green Bay Thursday Night Football in Lambeau. So for this game, I picked Green Bay. I picked Green Bay. I got that wrong. Thanks, Green Bay. I don't know what there was much to say about this game. Detroit looks like a real team. They're starting to figure it out a little bit, which is good for them. Who do they play this week? They play Carolina. Okay, we'll get into that. Good win by Detroit. Green Bay. That not the greatest of situations for you guys, but you'll still be fine. Atlanta versus Jacksonville. I had Atlanta in this game. Desmond Ritter did not look like the quarterback that Atlanta needs him to be. He threw a few picks. I think he threw 2 or 3. One of them was for 6. Jacksonville didn't look like the greatest team ever, but they're going against Atlanta. So I had Atlanta in this game. I got that wrong. Miami versus Buffalo. This was my upset of the week. I had Miami in this game. We unfortunately did not win, but that's fine. Talk about this game a little bit. Our offense, which was one of the main things I was concerned about going into this game, just because Buffalo's defense and stuff like that. Our passing game, I'll say, okay, actually, I'll say our whole offense, besides one thing. Our whole offense looked fine. We had 100 rushing yards with Devon. I don't know. We looked good offensively. Defensively, we could not do anything. Our pass rush was bad. Geeko had 2 sacks, but whatever. They don't mean that much just because look at the score. Um, we couldn't stop the run. We couldn't stop Stephon, and we deserved to lose that game. I had us winning just because we're on such a hot streak, But that was humbling. We deserved it. I think we needed it though. Uh, so yeah, and our offensive line looked like hot trash. So I got that wrong. Denver and Chicago. I had Denver in this game, and they won. Chicago. This team is freaking bad. Like offense, it's way better than the defense, 100%. But offensively, Justin Fields is like playing, I guess, like the Justin Fields we thought, but he's also part of the problem on why that team is so bad. He needs to be more consistent. Defensively, I don't know what's going on. You guys let Denver just let up 70 against us, and you guys let them come back. It's crazy. Baltimore and Cleveland. Baltimore won. I had Baltimore winning. They won this game. I don't really remember that. I don't remember that much that happened in this game. I remember the score being pretty lopsided. So good for Baltimore. Pittsburgh and Houston. I had Houston in this game. CJ Stroud is looking like a great slam dunk pick. 1,000 yards. I think it was like 9 tutties. No picks. That's hard. Good job, CJ. We had concerns of him coming into the league this year, but he's proven everybody wrong. Pittsburgh offensively is freaking garbage. Like they are so bad offensively. Matt Canada, everybody says it. He needs to be fired, but it's a pretty big thing. If I heard that the Steelers offense didn't make it past the 50-yard line last week. If that's not I need to fire my offensive coordinator type of numbers, then I don't know what is. Kenny Pickett also got hurt in this game, unfortunately. I don't remember who their backup is, but we don't worry about it too much. I had Houston in this game. That's winning. They won. Minnesota versus Carolina. I had Minnesota in this game. Bryce Young had a decent game. He's still struggling a little bit, but he's a rookie. He can have a pretty bad year. We won't really look bat an eye about it. Minnesota looked better offensively. Defensively, couldn't really tell you. Didn't really watch this game. I just know Minnesota won. The Rams and the Colts. I had the Rams in this game, and I got that right. Puka Nakua is like what he's the most confusing rookie I've ever seen. Like it's not like he had one good game. Everybody picked him up in fantasy, and now he's like bouncing around where it'll be like 26 points and then 2 points. No, he's been consistent this whole year. 100 plus yards, 10 plus receptions. He got his first touchdown last week. Good for him, I guess. The Rams, they looked pretty good. Once they get Cooper Kupp back, then that Rams offense is going to look even better. The Colts, they get JT back this year or back this week. I don't know if he's 100% going to play. I saw he was projected 10 points on fantasy, but I don't know if he's going to play because he just still doesn't want to be there. He just didn't play the first 4 weeks because he was on the pup list. So, Indy, I don't really mind. I don't have who do they play this week. Indy, they play Tennessee. Okay, we'll get into that too. Tampa and New Orleans. New Orleans. I had New Orleans in this game. That is a L. Thanks, Tampa. Baker Mayfield. Good job, I guess, reviving this team after Brady left. He's just a new coming of Brady. I know they had Derek Carr in this game, but I don't remember his stat line. Chris Olave didn't do that well. What's his name? Alvin Kamara had a good welcome back type of game. So yeah. Washington and Philly. I had Philly in this game. This was my lock, and they almost lost. Um, Philly looked like the more dominant team this entire game. Washington was just playing pretty well. Like Sam Howell was making some crazy throws. That throw to, I think it was Payne in the end zone to send the game into overtime. That was a dot. He led it. He put the ball perfectly where he needed to put it. He just needs to. Sam Howell will have those games where he'll play like that, or he'll have those games against Buffalo where he throws 4 interceptions, or 3 interceptions, whatever it was. But he needs to be more consistent. Cincinnati versus Tennessee. I had Cincinnati in this game. I gave up on them. I'm picking them to lose every single week now. Derrick Henry turned into freaking Emmitt Smith. He threw a touchdown pass. What? That's so weird. He's done it before, but it's just weird to see. Cincinnati, I will not pick them until they win. So I'm going against Cincinnati every single week now. Vegas and the Chargers. I mean, Cincinnati just looks so bad. My goodness. I don't know what's going on. Vegas versus the Chargers. I had the Chargers in this game. It was pretty much what everybody expected. Chargers offense was just unstoppable. Vegas didn't play they didn't play bad, but they had their rookie quarterback out there. Devontae Adams got hurt. He should be coming back though. He should be fine. Uh, Khalil Mack, foreshadowing. We'll talk about him later. Um, what happened? What else happened this game? I know something happened. I don't know. New England versus Dallas. I had Dallas in this game. That is a W. Dallas is looking like Dallas again. They either blow somebody out or they just get upset. Like there's no in between. Defensively, they looked pretty good. They look like what they've been looking like all year. New England, they're gonna have some. They have some remaking. They have some things to change if they want to start winning. Arizona versus San Francisco. I had San Francisco in this game. That is a W. This was my loser pick, which is pretty good. I like it. Good pick. Thanks, me. San Francisco, obviously, I figured they were just going to stop this team. 4 touchdowns for Chris McCaffrey. I hate that freaking guy. I don't want to see him run 37 times a game. Give the ball to George Kittle. Kansas City versus New York. I had Kansas City in this game, and I got that right. NFL, if you are watching, nobody cares about Taylor Swift. Stop. You freaking God. I feel like the NFL, once they saw like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, even like becoming a match, they were thinking about business opportunities so fast. Because Travis Kelce is, 1, the best tight end in the league. 2, plays with the best quarterback in the league. The Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. Like, they have the best marketing right now. And Taylor Swift is the queen of white girls. Like, that was such a perfect move for the NFL. My mom said she thinks that the NFL set this up. I mean, if they did, good for them. Like, they're making so much money. But if they did it, this is the jackpot of merch sales and just marketing in general. The Jets looked. I was gonna say the Jets looked bad in this game, but they didn't. Zach Wilson outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Never, ever thought I would say that, but Zach Wilson didn't play a bad game. The only mistakes that they made were Zach Wilson when he fumbled. He said he threw the game away. I don't think so. I mean, obviously he's gonna feel that way when he fumbled the ball, but going up to that point, I feel like the defense was playing out of their minds. They just couldn't stop Mahomes. Like, this game was 17-3 or something like that at halftime. The Jets offense did everything that they could, except for the fumble. Jets defense just needed to wake up again. If they would have stopped them, game over. This game's in the books. Seattle versus New York. I had Seattle in this game. I needed Tyler Lockett to get 17 points on fantasy, and he didn't do that, so I hate him now. New York looks like a freaking trash fest. Offensive line, he got sacked 11 times. Daniel Jones got sacked 11 times. My God. That's 11? All right. That's all that. That's week 4 review. I went 11-5 on my picks. Good week. Good week. I'll take that 11-5. So, yeah. So, offensive and defensive player of the week. I'm going to go into those quick. Offensive player of the week. I'm going to give it to Josh Allen. I hate the Bills, but I gotta be fair. And Josh Allen, I'll give it to him. 21 out of 25. That's an 84% completion percentage. Wow, that's crazy. It's pretty good. He had 320 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown, so 5 total. They dropped 48 points in a win over the Dolphins. So I'm gonna give it to him. Some other people I wanted to give it to. I wanted to give it to Diggs, obviously. I mean, he played just as good. I want to give it to Puka Nacua, Stephon Diggs, and Nico Collins. Nico Collins is CJ Stroud's best friend. I knew he was going to be good coming into this year. I just didn't think he was going to have the connection that they have already. Because usually it takes a while, but they found it pretty fast. So, good for them. Defensive Player of the Week. I said the foreshadowing. It's here. Khalil Mack. 8 tackles, 6 sacks. He had 6 sacks against the Vegas Raiders. 6. That's a lot of sacks. He is now tied for most sacks in the league in one game. I also wanted to give it to Devon Witherspoon. I don't know if it's Devon or Devin or whatever. Witherspoon from the Seahawks. 1 pick, 97-yard pick six. He had a sack. He had like 7 tackles. Rookie corner. He balled out. So, yeah, those are my offensive player, defensive player of the week. Josh Allen, Khalil Mack. They'll be on the show next week. Only OGs remember that. All right, week 5. The NFL season's going too fast. We're already at week 5. This needs to chill out. Week 5, starting off with a freaking banger of a game. The Bears versus the Commanders. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Give me the Commanders at home against the Bears. I'll do that later. I don't want my phone to fall. I'll do that. I'll take the Commanders over the Bears pretty easily. I don't know. I was gonna say I don't even know if I'm gonna watch that game, but I probably could because I'm be at work, but I don't know. We'll see. Jacksonville and Buffalo. Oh, I didn't even put the Thursday in the primetime games. Jacksonville and Buffalo in London. I'm gonna go with Buffalo. They just look too good of a team right now, offensively and defensively. They just look like a complete team. So right now. So in Jacksonville, I mean they beat Atlanta, but it's Atlanta, and it wasn't by that much. So I'm gonna go Buffalo here. Tennessee versus Indy. I'm gonna go Tennessee. It kind of I was gonna say it kind of depends on JT playing, but I don't think so. The Titans' defensive line is too good. Their run defense is one of the best. So, granted, if they have Zach Moss or JT out there, it's not really gonna matter. The only thing they really have to do is contain Anthony Richardson, and then Tennessee just has to give the ball to Derrick Henry because I have him on fantasy. Next game, Saints versus the Patriots. I don't know. This is pretty hard. It's in Foxborough. I'm gonna take the Patriots on this one. I'm gonna take the Patriots. That's another thing I want to talk about. I'll talk about that later, actually. I'll take the Patriots on this one, and then I'll explain why later. Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. I'm gonna take Baltimore here. One, they just look too good of a team. They're top of the AFC North, and the Steelers are hot garbage. So I'm gonna take Baltimore here. Houston versus Atlanta. This could probably be a sneaky game, sneakily good game. It's hard, but I'm going to take Houston. I'm going to take Houston here. CJ Stroud has been playing like a great quarterback. I already talked about this already, but I'm going to take CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans over Atlanta. Carolina versus Detroit. I'm going to go with Detroit. Detroit looks like too good of a team right now. Did they win? Yeah, they did. They beat the Packers. I'm going to take Detroit here against Carolina. Carolina's been struggling. Detroit's defense is just going to collapse. I mean, I saw that Carolina got their offensive lineman back today. I don't know his name, but I heard about that. Good for them, I guess. More help with CJ. Not CJ, Bryce. Bryce Young has been playing like a decent average rookie. I mean, he's had his struggles, but he doesn't really have help. So I think Detroit's just going to overtake them. New York Giants versus the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Dolphins here. I'm going to put that as my lock because the Giants looked abysmal. They gave up 11 sacks against Seattle, and Miami's defensive line is decent. I won't say it's better than Seattle's, but it's pretty good. Their secondary is pretty good too. Javon Holland had a really bad game last week, so I hope he steps it up. And then offensively, for the Dolphins, we're too strong for their defense. Their defense is not good. So I'm going to put this as my lock and my loser pick. Cincinnati versus Arizona. Here's the thing. Which I think they are, if Arizona is the underdog in this game, I'm going to take Arizona over Cincinnati. That's going to be my upset of the week. Arizona over Cincinnati. Cincinnati just looks so bad. And Arizona isn't playing like we thought they were going to. They're playing above people's expectations, even though our expectations were already so low. But they're playing above them. Just above them. So I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I'm going to go with Arizona here. Philly versus the Rams. Cooper Kupp should play this week. So they'll have their running back, Williams, and then Van, Puka, Cooper, Higbee, who just got his contract extension. Congrats to him. But I think I'm going to go with Philly. Just because they're Philly. They're pretty good. They're too overpowered. Shut up. The Jets versus the Broncos. This is a pretty bad game. But if Zach Wilson plays like he did against KC, I'm going to go with the Jets. So, Jets. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota isn't good. They're not good. I'm going to go with Kansas City. Dallas versus San Francisco. This is going to be a very good game. It's prime time. Should be. Rematch of the last 2 years in the playoffs. But I'm going to go with San Francisco. It's going to be really hard for Dallas to contain that offense, especially without Diggs. And Micah just got hurt a little bit, I guess. So I'm going with San Francisco. Green Bay versus Vegas. This could also be a very good game. It's Devontae's return against his former team. Granted, Rodgers isn't there, so it's not going to really matter that much. But I'm gonna go with Vegas. They're at home, which I guess really doesn't matter for them. But I think Vegas' offense, if Garoppolo plays, I'm going to go with Vegas. If he doesn't, it's going to be hard, but I'll still go with Vegas. And then we have 4 teams. This is the first week for buys. First 4 teams to go on the bye are the Browns, the Chargers, the Seahawks, and the Bucks. There's not really much to do on a bye. Bye week's kind of boring, but so yeah. Hope those teams just come back stronger than ever. All right. So, a few more news things in here before we leave. I got Taylor Swift up here. NFL. I said this earlier. Nobody cares about Taylor Swift. She's invading our privacy. Stop showing her on the screens, please. And then another thing with the Patriots, J.C. Jackson got traded from the Chargers to the Patriots. So if you don't know, J.C. Jackson was drafted by the Patriots. He played for the Patriots for a while. He's Mr. Interception. Then last year, he signed with the Chargers. Big bag. Had his worst year easily. Now, this year, I had him getting Comeback Player of the Year. I don't think it's going to happen. He has a pick already against us, but I mean, maybe with Bill Belichick's defense, he's familiar with it. He'll come right back to getting picks. But I don't think that's pretty good value if the Chargers signed J.C. Jackson for however much money it is and then traded him for a 6th rounder. I don't know, man. It's tough. All right, this section. This is mostly going to be for TikTok, but you guys on YouTube can answer it too. So, hi TikTok. I am in the middle of recording a video for my podcast, talk about football, whatever. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to go in that comment section and ask me questions. It could be football related, it could be music related. Like, look at all these vinyls behind me. Ask me questions about anything. I'm gonna reply to your comment in a video, but I'm gonna record that video a week from now. So go in the comments of the TikTok you're watching, the YouTube video you're watching. If I post on Instagram, whatever. Go in the comments, ask me a question about football, music, me, anything. I want to answer some questions, so ask me the questions, I'll answer them. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, comment your favorite drink. Comment your favorite drink of all time. Maybe I'll give you some reactions to that too. Appreciate y'all for watching. See y'all next week with the questions. See ya.